Hey guys, I'm sporting a special hat today. It's my birthday week and I decided that I was going to introduce y'all to something from the recipe box. If you're new around here, this is a box my mom made for me over 27 years ago because it was for a wedding shower. I'll be married 27 years this summer. And it was chock full of all the family favorites. And it's really precious because she passed away about 12 years ago. And so it's so fun to have little bits of her. She loved to make fun things. So for my birthday, I usually wanted a special type of cake, in quotes, chocolate eclair dessert. And you guys, anybody out there, were you at my 18th Bunko birthday party? That's right, you remember this dessert. It's so good. It's super simple. Here's the card in my mom's special handwriting. And I've updated it just a touch because, sorry mom, it's what I do because I don't like Cool Whip. You guys Cool Whip people? I don't like it. I like whipped cream. So I've made a couple slight adjustments. As always, the recipe will be below the video. So check that out. And if you're new here, subscribe. Please hit the button, hit the like button, all those things. But I'm so excited to show you guys this one. And I did a little bit of different filming technique this time. I'm learning. I need like a YouTube iMovie coach, really. If you're out there, talk to me. Hit me up. Let me know. But anyways, I did some fun kind of talking over just fast forward videos. So it won't be as long, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. Well, let's get started with chocolate eclair dessert. Hope you enjoy. Okay, I start with some instant vanilla pudding. It's the large size box, 5 ounces, to which I'm going to add 6 cups of cold milk and whisk this together. In this case, I'm going to use my hand mixer to get it all mixed together. It'll take about 2 minutes. Next, some fresh whipped cream. I took 2 pints of whipping cream, added half a cup of sugar to that, and whipped it up till it was nice and thick. I'm adding a small amount of it to my vanilla pudding and folding it really gently. In cooking school, they call this the sacrifice. It's just a little bit that you use to get going, usually with egg whites, but with vanilla pudding or with the vanilla pudding and whipped cream, you don't want to deflate that whipped cream or let it get too kind of smashed out. So I'm just gently folding it in to incorporate it. Really important to scrape at the bottom of the bowl because this is a lot of pudding. And once you get it all in there, you can be a little bit more vigorous with your kind of folding, but get that nice and incorporated. And then we'll be up for the next step, which involves the graham cracker layers. So in a 13 by 9, I have laid some graham crackers. Sorry for the upside down. You will actually use almost the entire box of graham crackers. I'm going to pour half of this pudding whipped cream mixture over the top of the grahams and then spread that out evenly. You kind of just have to eyeball it. It's not too challenging, but get that nice and even. And then you will do a second layer of graham crackers. This is actually really fun to make with kids as well because they can be your little helpers in the kitchen. And don't worry about it being too perfect. You want to get most of it covered, but if you have a couple spots of it open, it's no big deal. Pressing it down a little bit so it kind of gets set in there, making sure it's even, and then finishing up the rest of the whipped cream pudding mixture. Mine was a little bit full, so I took a little excess out there. Again, nice and even, and then finished with a final layer of graham crackers on top of that. Once this is complete, next up is making the chocolate fudge topping, and that's going to cover up any little faults that you maybe have. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to get pretty good coverage over most of the pudding. And yeah, you can see I'm getting it all kind of evened out there, trying to get those little spots, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so in here, I have got 2 squares of unsweetened baking chocolate, and it's going to melt up with 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, the light version. This is something I had to go buy because mine was expired. I don't use it too often. And then to that, I'm going to be adding 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. This is really easy. You just basically put it all together and stir. And then 3 tablespoons of milk. And this is going to melt up, and then I'm going to be spreading it on top of our yummy graham cracker pudding layers. All right. Okay, final step, chocolate, spreading that over the top. And I'd let the chocolate cool for about 5 to 10 minutes. It's a little bit easier to work with. It doesn't melt immediately on that whipped cream. And just get as much of it spread in there. And then spread quickly because it'll start to cool down as it hits the colder cream mixture. And it's a little bit thicker, which is nice from the corn syrup. So it's really forgiving as you spread. It doesn't need to be just absolutely perfect. And you just kind of get it nice and covered. And then it's going to set up in the fridge really, really well. As you can see, there aren't really ridges showing, just kind of those edges that I'm going to actually fix off camera, I think. I don't think I show it. But yum, you guys. It's going to be so good. Happy birthday to me. That was lame. I didn't get big enough breath. You guys. I'm sorry. Yum. Okay. Those are gonna go to the side. The top, I mean, it speaks for itself. It's almost like ooey-gooey cheese, but it's fudge. So I had a little mishap. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it on my Instagram stories. The fudge topping, as you can see, is insanely fudgy. And I used Glad Press and Seal, which is a fabulous product, but it's kind of like Midwestern fabulous product, but it got stuck to my fudge topping and ripped parts of it off. I mean, it looked like a bad, patchy, it was bad. Anyways, so I made a second batch of fudge frosting. So this is a little thicker than normal, but you guys, it's good. As you can see, it's just ooey and gooey. You can see why I love this. I don't know if I'm gonna end up cutting a perfect piece. I may just kind of like dig in here a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys, already. It's so goo. I can't even handle it. I don't think I'm gonna get in there. I just kind of like separated out a little fudge. I'm going in for the taste. So this cake, I made ahead of time. You gotta let it sit. I don't know if I said that in the beginning, but you gotta let it sit. So I actually made it yesterday, and then it sat all night, and then here it is. So great for make ahead, if you're a make ahead person. And then what happens is the layer of the graham crackers, they get all soft and tender. It is my childhood in a bite, you guys. This cake, it's a dessert, is so representative of so many birthdays. We would ask, my mom would be like, what do you guys want for your birthday? And so often this is what we would choose because it's decadent and gooey and creamy. I needed one more bite just to be sure. Y'all, make this. This is a problem like with shouty caps. Problem, oh my gosh. I'm gonna restrain myself. I'm not even gonna cut a piece because I know I'm gonna make a mess on the first one anyways. You guys have got to try this dessert. I think you'll be really pleased. Okay, Delight of the Bite. That's me, Katie. Delight of the Bite. Subscribe, share, tell your friends. Thanks for tuning in. There's so many other videos. If you're new here, definitely go back and check out. I've been doing this for almost 3 years, so I've got a whole bunch of different things that I'm offering. Just really grateful that you're taking the time to tune in. So I will see you next week with something fun, and yeah, looking forward to it. All right, bye.